Okay, there we go. Okay, hi everybody, welcome. I am sitting on a couch at my friend's house in North Carolina, so if you're wondering what the heck is going on here, that's it. I'm just staying next to Chloe. She's still not feeling well, so that's what I'm doing here today. So let's get into this the topic here. This training is part of our 1K Bootcamp training, and this is, I think, our fourth training out of probably that's going to end up being close to 10 total trainings. The whole point of the 1K Bootcamp is to teach you marketing and monetization strategies with your app. So we're not necessarily going in here and giving you specific how-tos or technical stuff or answering support questions and that sort of thing. This is going to be talking about marketing, making money, building your list. The reason why we call it the 1K Bootcamp Plus or the 1K Plus Bootcamp is because there's with these different strategies that we teach in these different calls. The goal is to get you to your first 1,000 people that have downloaded your app and your first $1,000 in income directly from your app. So if you apply these different strategies that we teach in weeks or at certain points along the way with your app, when your app is launched or whatever, then you should be able to hit that goal. The topic of today is going to focus in on PLR content, because content is a very key thing to mobile apps being successful. For most of you that are out there just looking to build a tribe through traffic, through people downloading your app, through people coming to your app because of some kind of viral marketing concept like the Track a Book or Track a Concept or whatever. But once they come into and download your app for the first time through different mechanisms like push notifications, especially content, they will be inspired to open your app on a regular basis. And if they do that, that means every time they open the app, every time they experience some kind of content because you put it in there, and that content could be 3 types of content: your own content, other experts' content, or in today's case, PLR content. Each time they experience some kind of content inside your app, you have an increased possibility of them signing up and wanting to do more with you. And the app owners right now that are truly effectively using their app to double their business, triple their business, and that sort of thing. Content is one of the things that constantly happens. That is they're constantly focused on. So if you're anything like me, you may not be a content generating machine. Either maybe you just don't write proficiently. Maybe you're, it's okay. It's okay. Hold on one second, everybody. Hold on.
Denise, you were on a beach 5 minutes ago? Saw her put that in chat. Is she still on
here? I'm sorry, everybody.
No.
This is just something I got to deal with as it comes up. So anyway, where was I?
Content.
PLR content.
Content. Yes. So content being something that brings people back to your app on a regular basis. So if you're like me, I'm either really busy and it's hard for me to create content all the time, or I'm just not a content generating machine. So then I will rely on the other two sources. I'll rely on other experts providing me content, and I'll rely on PLR content. Now, I'm excited about PLR content because I then don't have to wait for other experts to give me the content. So I'm a bit at their mercy, right? I'm sure all of you have kind of experienced that at some point. Someone says, yes, I want to be in your directory. I want to do this collaboration with you. And then you have to pull their teeth and send them 10 emails to get them to do some of the basic stuff, to even then try to figure out how to get them to provide some kind of regular content to bring value into your app would be a bit of a frustrating thing. But some people are doing that really well. KS Media Group does that really well, which is the KS Media Group is the app that we were recommending the other time, because she has a big directory of experts that are providing some type of content or some type of connection in some way. So then that's where PLR content becomes really appealing. And there is no lack of PLR content out there for you. I'm literally going to share with you 4 sources. 4 sources of PLR content. There's probably hundreds of companies out there that are producing PLR content. In fact, if you get on a PLR email list, you'll find those 100 people, because they'll be emailing the hell out of you. So there are 4 sources that I feel provide good enough value to where most of your users will appreciate. So in other words, it's not just junk. It's not junk. There's a lot of junk out there. And the two of these resources, the 2 bigger resources, even allow you to do what's called private label rights, which means that you can edit the content, read the article, watch the video, go in there, take stuff out, add to it, make it your own. And they basically just kind of provide the base for you, right? I find for myself that most of the content is, I'm just not really going to improve upon it that much more, because it's good enough. So now I have, an overwhelming amount of content at my disposal. And so it's not just, can I use PLR content to provide daily or weekly, but definitely daily. There's enough where you can do daily content. It's not that I have just enough just to provide content in there. People will have a reason to open up the app, but I've got more than enough to build programs and to start selling content. And now I start to get really excited about this. I could give away a bunch of free content. They open the app up every single day, and they can rely on something being there. Now, the one thing that I want to avoid, and the one thing I want to really kind of convey to all of you, is this doesn't mean that you have to every day go into your portal and add content in order to offer content every day. I mean, unless you just do that, that would be a bit of a pain. But you could take a Sunday afternoon or a Monday morning for a couple hours and easily take PLR content that's part of your world, load it in the app, set release dates, and have content that is being released every single day. And you can tell your app users that this week we have 10 new articles that we're adding, 2 on Monday, or 2 on Tuesday, and 2 on Thursday. You call them Tuesday articles, Tuesday, Thursday articles, or Wednesday videos, or whatever, and you can put in videos and engage with your clients through push notifications, through your welcome screen. This is what's new this week inside of your app. And so that they know if they open that app every single day, there's going to be something new in there that they can get benefit from. Okay. So that's, I love that about PLR content. So now let me give you two of the sources that I think are the better sources. Now, for those of you that have been around for a while, you've heard me talk about these sources, but I'm going to repeat here today for anybody that's new. And these are the ones that I go to, and these I would say these are the top in the industry. So the first one I want to share with you is Tools for Motivation. So if you go to toolsformotivation.com, then they have a massive store of content on, and they're mainly focused on personal development, mindset, health and wellness, but they're more of like the personal development side of things. So let me share my screen here, and I want to talk about Tools for Motivation for a moment. Where's my screen? There it is. Okay. All right. So here's Tools for Motivation. So if you go to the main web page, this is their website. And if you go to the store, right here in the top, you can basically select categories like full programs or specials or trainings in education. And so let's just say, let's go to like full products here. And you can pick all these different topics here: emotions, habits, marketing, mindset, optimism. It's all over the way. I mean, there's just a huge amount of stuff there. So I want to search for full products. Okay. Now you'll notice here that they give, now I'm logged in as a member, so that when you see this member discount, if you just bought this a la carte, it would cost you $147. If I wanted to buy this as a member, then I save, over $100, and I could buy it for $44. What's inside of this program, when you click on it, is they give you a full ebook, all the graphics that go with that ebook. They give you what's called an enhanced ebook. It's basically the same ebook, but it has pictures and color and that sort of thing in it. They give you a workbook, which you can actually take pieces of this and create some journal lessons and that sort of thing. They give you the audio book of the ebook. They give you autoresponder series. So if you want to actually create a series of messages that if someone goes into your app and they opt in to this, and you can send their email or address over, or you can even take and maybe take pieces of this and do a push notification sequence. They give you what they call the slide decks, which are just basically PowerPoint presentations. Now, the way we use this inside the app is that we take this PowerPoint and we open it up in PowerPoint and we export them as images, all of these screens, just like they did here, as images. And then we load this up as a gallery. So they can just go to the gallery, click on it, and swipe from one thing to the next. And they give you 10 articles. They give you images. These are all for gallery, for example. Many reports. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff. Social media content, you name it. And that you get for $47 if you're a member, or you can buy it that way. Now, my personal opinion is this: their monthly membership program is gold, absolute gold. And I've been a monthly member with them for probably close to a year. When you're a member with them, and just to let you guys know, the cost for a monthly membership for Tools for Motivation is $99. However, every single month, you are going to get one, what they call media upgrade, which is basically one of their full products. Like if you look here, the discomfort zone, next month it's going to be a media upgrade. And what does that mean? It means they've taken all the articles, they've taken all these different pieces of content, and they've turned those into videos. So with each media upgrade, you get something like 30, 40, or 50 videos that covers, and some of the videos are only like, minute long, 2-minute long, 5-minute long, which is perfect. And video is king in this world that we're in. People love to watch videos. So this is one of the very few PLR companies out there that provide these really great videos that go along with their content. So every month you get this full media upgrade of a program that includes an extra 20, 30 or more videos that's part of it, along with all that other stuff, ebooks, audiobooks, workbooks, and that sort of thing. Then you get four full products every month. And those full products was exactly what I just went over before. All of that stuff that I went up before. You get 4 content bundles, which we use as like topic generation. So there's a bunch of ways you can use those inside the app. And then they also give you 4 tips report, which is like simple little tips, like tips and posts that you can do. So you get 8, 12, 13 different programs every month. Now, here's where I think this particular membership, oh, and by the way, if you're a member, you actually get their 100 videos that they come out with, I think every 2 or 3 months, probably more like every 3 months, that you don't have to pay for it. So a lot of you guys paid for that for, I think it was $50 or something like that. You get it in the membership. Now, why am I telling you all this? And why am I putting such emphasis on this? Because I think that the membership here for Tools for Motivation is in and of itself more than enough content for you to create your own membership to users to basically get personal development, an abundant amount of personal development content in your app every month that they get to access for whatever monthly price you decide to charge. And that's one of the things that we're going to put some focus in on tonight. Is we're going to focus in on, yes, here's the sources of PLR content. You can use it for, free content that brings people back to your app every day. But because there's so much content, why don't you create a monthly membership program? That's 100%. Now, when I say 100% PLR content, you can supplement it with your own stuff. So here's I think I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but heck with it. I'm going to go with the flow here. If you, let's say, for example, use PLR content as the content of the membership, and then you add in your own personal touch, like as a member, or every member gets access to a live Zoom call with you to discuss the featured program of the month. That could be the media upgrade, for example, with Tools for Motivation. And so now you're adding in your own coaching with it, right? You can add in a variety of different stuff to make that membership even more valuable for you. So again, you have more than enough content to be able to create stuff like that. Now, I'm gonna definitely open it up for questions here soon, but I want to switch to the next PLR company that we use extensively. This is PLR.me. If anybody does not have a free account to PLR.me, put it in the chat real quick. If you've not set up an account at PLR.me, put it into the chat. Because if you don't have an account, I'm going to give you a link that will allow you to set up an account and get 10 free credits. Okay. And with 10 free credits, because the way PLR.me works, with 10 free credits, let me see if there's anybody that doesn't, I haven't. Okay. So there is zero cost here. And by the way, 10 free credits can get you a free ebook. If you go to that link, This is an affiliate link of mine. I don't make any money, but you get 10 free credits. Now, if you just sign up for a regular membership, they give you 2 free credits. If you sign up through my link, you get 10. And what 10 credits can be spent on is an ebook that you can use as a tracker book, for example. So you can use that link if you want to. It'll give you 10 free credits. So now let me go back to it. Here's what I like about, hold on a second. New BR, okay. Here's what I like about PLR.me. One is they put a lot of care into their content. So I think it's in the world of PLR, this is quality content. Their license, their PLR license is awesome. So you can actually buy, and basically you buy credits. So we have like 280 credits here. And some of it we bought and some of it we got from referring people. But you can buy credits, and if you want a particular article, it'll cost you 1 credit, right? If you wanted what's it called? A ebook. Let me go to the ebooks here. You can get an entire ebook. Like here's one, The Modern Workplace, How to Lead a Team Remotely, or if you do parenting, Mom Guilt. I don't know what that's all about. The Anxiety Handbook, okay? It costs 10 credits, okay? So if you do that link, you can actually get 10 credits. You can download pretty much any of these ebooks. Now, why I'm saying this is because their license is amazing. It basically says you can private label rights. You can go in here and edit it, add it, change the cover, put your name on the cover, put your name in the book, and add a whole chapter to it. You can do whatever you want as far as private labeling it to yourself. Put your logo on the cover. And they also say you can give this away. It could be part of your free membership. It could be something people can opt into, or it could just be, you can just give a link to it from your app or from your website, and people could just open it up. I don't see why you would do that. I'd say get a name and email address, but their license is very, very liberal. And that's good, because this is the perfect place. As you can see here, there are 254 ebooks that they have now. This is a perfect place for you to find a book that you could turn into a tracker book, which requires people to be able to give that away for free in order to be able to get back to it. Okay, so they have that. Now, the only thing about PLR.me that's different than Tools for Motivation is that PLR.me has very little video content. Very little video content. They have, I think, 2 big programs that have videos, but these big programs are very impressive. So let me go to, where do I want to go here? Product types, courses. So these programs they're very robust. So one of them is becoming your beautiful, authentic self. And now here's the cool thing about this. We are just about, we're probably talking about middle of next week, but right around before next Thursday's call, we will have this entire course built into the Action Era platform as an actual course using the course module. And the reason why that's such a big accomplishment, is because there's 6 modules in a total of 49 lessons, 49 lessons. Each lesson has a video, it has a transcript, it has worksheets, it has journal lessons. It's a very, very impressive course. And basically, we are pre-building this in here, and it's taken us a long time and a lot of time to really build this in as a course because it's so big. So this is one of the courses that's really, really good quality. Basically, if you wanted the entire bundle, it would cost not actually, you wouldn't need to get the entire bundle. You can get most of the bundles. It would cost you 150 credits. So that's approximately $150, but it gives you ready to go 49 lesson, 6 module, 49 lesson program. Now, let me tell you one of the strategies that you can do with a course like this. Beth Ellen Nash, Brian's daughter, a shout out to Brian and Beth Ellen. Now, Beth Ellen doesn't come on here as often. She did this program with a group of people where they would do a lesson, 2 or 3 lessons a week, and then she would connect with them and talk to them about it. So she combined coaching with the actual program. This week, watch lesson 1, 2, and 3, and then we meet on Friday or whatever, or Monday to discuss those. So that sort of thing. And so that kind of course by itself, you could easily sell that for $97. If you add your own time into it, that's a $495 to $997 program. Okay, so if you want a program that's done, that you could just add your own little touch to in coaching and conversation and that sort of thing, and have a $500 to $1,000 program, that's one of them right there. So, and if you just want to sell the course all by itself, 2 courses would pay for the whole thing. So it's a great program. There are very few of these in PLR.me. The other one that PLR.me has that we're also building into the app is, where'd it go? The Success Brain Bundle. I think that's it. Yeah, the Success. So that also has videos that are part of it. So the point is, get into PLR.me and explore, because not only can you buy, these are all the different types of products you could buy. Affirmation, by the affirmations are affirmation reflections, are affirmations with 3 questions. So where I use them in my apps is I use them as a journal lesson. So I basically say, here's the journal lesson, journal affirmation. They read the affirmation, and then there are 3 questions that they answer. So I've got, I mean, there's, I think, if not hundreds, there's probably thousands of affirmations in here. Let's see how many. There are 4,800 affirmations in here that would be perfect journal lessons inside of your app. They've got the courses, programs, reports, ebooks. Now here, let me talk about slide deck presentations. Is someone asking a question? Yep. Okay. I think someone's got their self off mute. Okay. The slide deck presentation is basically PowerPoint presentations that cost $10 that you can then create your own videos around. So you do a screen share or you do Zoom of this PowerPoint. And here's what's cool. Let me see if I can find one that I've downloaded. Oh yeah, there it is. I just passed by it. So 1 second. Here's what I want to show you. These are all important things for you to create really good content. So I'm going to download this one again. How to boost your mood. Okay, what is that? I'm going to open it up and I want to show you why I like these things. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to share my PowerPoint. Why I like these things is because, this happens to not be one of the ones. They have these presentations. This is funny. They have these presentations where they give you the notes or the words to say on that screen when you're recording it in order to create a video out of this. Okay, so there's a PowerPoint where it'll actually tell you what to say. So you can actually turn that into amazing video content or into an actual course. So that's PLR.me. Okay, so there is a lot that can be done with that. So let me go back to, where is my, oh, I have to exit out of there. Okay.
Robert,
Chrome,
quick
there it is.
question.
Yeah.
So with the PLR content, and of course you can drip it, but do you have, because there's going to be members who actually register versus people who just download the app. So are you setting up like series of things to go out daily for free members or free people who haven't become a member as well as the members? I'm just trying to figure out timing.
Yeah. So here's the thing that you've got to decide, and this is the thing that I want to talk about in more detail tonight. I think I've kind of established here that there's no lack of PLR content that you get plugged into, either for low cost or for free or whatever. Now remember that we have our own PLR package, and those are the 50 PLR courses. A lot of you have those, and those you can sell it separately, or you can make part of a membership or whatever. And I'll show you the last resource here before the end of the call. But I want to really emphasize on this call today is using this to create a reoccurring income in your business. Raise your hand if your video's on. How many of you would like to have reoccurring income come in? A $20, and by the way, you can use PLR content and create different levels. Here's the $20 membership. Here's the $49 membership, and here's the $75 membership. And the $75 membership may include coaching with you or live calls. Hold on one second. There you go, puppy. There you go. So you can, or you could just do just one, right? The question is, well, which level should I do and what price should I charge? Honestly, just pick something and go with it. And if you need to adjust it, adjust it. I think in our industry, when it comes to creating programs and membership programs, the thing that stops people is they're just paralyzed on making a decision. Okay, so if I was sitting here going, okay, I'm going to make a decision to do a monthly membership that's going to be PLR content, I'm just going to do a $20 a month and a $49 a month. And the $49 a month option is going to be me offering a coaching call once a month to go along with that PLR content, and it's going to include additional content. So what I do is I look at my library of content. I've got tools for motivation. I get that. I spend $100 a month with them, and I've got all this great content. I've got tons of content from PLR.me, and I've got the 50 PLR courses. Even if I just had tools for motivation and just the 50 PLR courses, I have more than enough. So then here's what I would do. For $19.95 a month, I would give my $20 a month members one course a week from the 50 PLR courses, one course a week. So they get 4 courses a month for $19.95. A la carte, it's $20 for one course. So they're getting 3 times the value if they just pay me monthly, if they sign up for a monthly fee, okay? For $49.95 a month, I'm gonna give them one course a week, and I'm gonna give them most of the content that I get from tools for motivation through the monthly membership. And I'm gonna throw in a coaching or mastermind call around that month's content in that month for the $49 a month members. That's it. You could stack more value, you could do more things, you can do whatever. I'm just setting the baseline. $20, one course a week, $50 one course a week, and all this other great content with a call with me. Okay. And then my app, the daily content of my app that's free to people, and I'm in push notifications. When I put in that free daily content, what am I going to do? I'm going to say, check out our monthly membership program, right? In the call to action. I'm going to use that daily content in my app to drive people to the sales page that says, here we are, we've got this great content that we have sourced. So you don't have to say you created it yourself or whatever, but we have sourced this from different places over the internet that covers business and success, mindset and personal development, health and wellness, and really just providing a baseline of great content that will help you be more successful, more happy in your life. Okay. And we have 2 plans. Plan number, and by the way, copy me, totally copy me. Okay. I don't care. Copy everything that I'm doing. Exactly. And we have 2 plans. One plan will give you a 10 video course every week, and it'll cover these areas: personal development, mindset, success, and health and wellness, or something like that, right? So each week I maybe have a topic on that, and that's $20 a month, and that is a 80% savings, whatever that calculates out to. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a number, but it would be a big savings, because normally if they bought those 4 courses separately, they'd be spending $80 instead of $20. Okay. Or let's dive deeper into more topics and let's have a conversation. Let's have some coaching. Let's have a mastermind on this, so that you're not just experiencing this content through this app, but you're getting professional help from me and maybe other experts to integrate this and apply this in your life, right? And that's, by the way, that's another thing that you could do. You could do one coaching call, mastermind that you run, and then one featured expert that you invite to jump on a call with your members to do an interview with, or to teach something. Okay. So I am now looking at 31 experts that I could tap into right now. I got over a year's worth of experts I'm looking at on the screen right now. You guys are all doing the same thing, right? I can go to Francis and say, Francis, in March, I'm going to focus on health and wellness. I'm going to have 4 courses on this, and I'm going to have some other content. Can I interview you, or can you come and do a talk to my members? And you can invite them to engage with you or to download your app or whatever. Francis would be crazy to say no to that, right? So that's another thing that you could do, is to leverage other people's expertise to add more value. Now the $49 a month is very, very appealing. Okay. So now free content in my app, I'm now driving everybody to the sales page that says, we're giving you a lot of free content, but we've got so much more to give you. We've got courses, we've got experts, we've got conversations, we've got ebooks, we've got audiobooks, we've got, journals, inspirational images, daily tips. Those are all, by the way, all of that is all possible in just the tools for motivation content alone, in that $99 a month membership, for this price, and get them to sign up, and you just do that every month. Okay. Now, my goal is, if enough of you do something like this, and if enough of you have a tools for motivation membership that is going to follow this model here, my goal is that we will convert all tools for motivation content every month into the app, and just charge a small import fee, because it takes our time to export that and import that into your account. So you don't even have to do any of the content input, right? That's part of the plan that I have around the PLR content with our business in Action Era. Okay, so so let's just go with that right now, and let's see what questions that we have. Okay, let me remove my spotlight and let me ask a friend here something real quick. I have my friend just provided me with such value here. Okay, so Antoniette, let's start with you.
Okay. Sorry about no camera tonight. So I was kind of perusing through, I think it was PLR,
Got me.
no, tools for motivation. And some of the ones that I was interested in says personal use license only. The content included in this folder is for personal use only. You can't redistribute, sell, or share any of the material within. So does that mean even, yeah, I guess you can't redistribute. So you can't even
give it. That is, here's what that is. That is them buying other PLR content from other companies, customizing it as a personal training tool to you. You can't resell any of that.
Okay.
Yeah, it just so happens to be really good stuff, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah. Well, which of these different programs would have more business related content, especially for keynote speaking and publicity and getting on stages? Would it be the PLR Me? I was really okay.
You'll find more business related stuff in PLR Me than you will in tools for motivation.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Now I do have a source real quick. Let me just give this real quick because I'm gonna forget. Now this is like the ultimate custom business related PLR resource. Okay, so let me show you here. It is. I'm totally forgetting who it is. Sharon. Which is Sharon?
Content Sparks.
Thank you. You're the best. ContentSparks.com. Now you can go crazy on this website. Okay. So let's go to business, for example, or sales and marketing, and let's go to any of these topics. Let's go to pick one. Antonia, pick one of these.
How about branding?
Branding. Okay. Now these guys create ready to go white label content that is not ready for you to sell, it's ready for you to customize. So so here, and this stuff is so good. I've purchased probably about 6 of these bigger programs that they have. And so let's just pick one here. Let's expressing your brand voice. Oh no, here we go. Building a community around your brand. Let's take this one. Okay. Now, when you buy this program, what you're going to get is you're going to get all of the all the stuff. I'm trying to find the actual pictures here. All of the stuff that's needed for you to create an entire training program. The script, the PowerPoint presentations, which you'll customize with your logo and that sort of thing. The worksheets. There's a course book. This is a book. It's an 86-page book that you give to your students that walks them through the entire program. Action guide, which is basically a workbook. A summary cheat sheet. This is for you to use to get this is what you're going to talk about, that sort of thing. Graphics that go along with it. The slideshow, speaker notes. So they'll actually tell you exactly what to say, with the PowerPoint. And you can either do this live or you can do it pre-recorded. And all this other stuff. Opt-in emails, opt-in reports, blog posts, infographics, you name it. Her name is Sharon. This is one of the most impressive white labeled PLR content. It just doesn't really fit into the same category as most PLR content because it's not something that you buy and just immediately sell. It's something that you buy and you customize and brand to your business before you can start to sell it.
That is perfect for me because I highly customize. I would highly customize. I even highly customize our own content once we write it,
Yeah.
to make sure that it follows our system. So is this one?
And you see, they're probably only maybe 20 or 30% personal development, but they're really into business, sales, and marketing, and that sort of thing. This is the cat's meow here.
Perfect.
You guys actually heard me say that, right? The cat's meow. When was the last time?
Dog on your lap.
Exactly. Shh, I don't want to say that to her, but yeah. So that is awesome. Okay.
Does that one require a membership as well, or you just buy?
No, you just buy. But here's the thing. Get onto their email list because every month when they launch a new program that normally costs like $297 or whatever, you at the launch time you can get it for like half price. So you can get it for like $147. That's where I bought. That's where I bought like 6 of my programs. Like it comes in and goes, well, this is how here's our program and how to affiliate market. I'm like, oh shit, that's perfect for me. But do this, but be careful. Make sure you follow up and actually do something with that because it's very easy to get excited about it and then have it sit in your computer like my 6 are right now. So that's something to think about.
Thank you.
Cool.
This is so good. Thank you, Robert.
Yep. Madeline. That Content Sparks, I think, would be great for you, Madeline, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because the PLR, I mean, my programs are very in-depth and very content rich. So PLR isn't really something that I would use. I mean, I would use it maybe for inspiration for Facebook Lives or things like that. But I was specifically wondering, where can I actually access the 50 PLR content? I saw that they were loaded up into my account, but they're not clickable. And I want to see the actual content or be able to download it and upload it to AWS to bundle it to give to others that are outside of the app. Where do I access that?
I'll need to send you that link. We're finishing setting up all the zip files for all of those on AWS in order for you to be able to download them yourself. So we have, I think we have something like 30 or 40 people that are doing that, but that'll be coming to you.
So that's like an email that will come to me with like the files. Perfect. And can you walk through how you best practices for using that PLR content? Because I could just tell from your price points, if somebody's selling a program for $20, I would have a different expectation of that than if somebody's selling a program for $500. So how would you use those PLR?
That content, in my opinion, is good enough, but not great, right? And so good enough is $20 or $29. Great is more $500 or $100, $500, that sort of thing. It's not earth-shattering content to where you can offer a lot of money. It's a quick, here are 10 videos, 10 lessons into this, and those 10 lessons are PowerPoint presentations with a voiceover, right? So they're not, and that's the way. And so I really believe that you need to price them to that fact that they're not, because if someone buys that for $97, they're going to be disappointed. If they buy it for $20, they'll go, yeah, that was $20 worth of value, but definitely not $100.
Yeah, I guess I'm asking, other than doing that $20 a month membership or something like that, where we can use it to promote engagement. So for example, we talked about the affirmations. I would use that for push notifications, social media posting, things like that to improve engagement, bring them in, here's like a tripwire. Yeah.
So here's the way the 50 PLR course license reads. You can sell it or you can give it away with an opt-in. So rather than selling it, if you want to get them, let's say, into a marketing funnel, an email funnel, or a push notifications funnel, then you say, well, here's the course, the meditation for busy people. That's one of the courses, right? If you would like this for free, click here. They tap there, they put in their name and their email address, and then you capture their name and email address, and then you can, market to them and talk to them about other stuff. You're getting them into your funnel. They then get access to the course. That gives them engagement. The license does not allow you to give away that content for free without some kind of exchange.
I'm saying once they've exchanged their email for the opt-in. So they've opted in for, let's say, the first PLR content. So can I then give them the second one, or they have to opt in for all 50?
No, you can bundle it together.
So what I'm saying is if I create a bundle that includes a motivational quote or something every day or once a week, then once they opt in the first time, then you can use the PLR for engagement through push notifications.
Yes.
To, just keep driving traffic back to the app, because at some
so
point,
you could basically do that one course a week as a free opt-in that automatically,
as long as they opt in for one. So one covers all of the PLR content.
Yes, you're just advertising it as a bundle. The bundle is, a course a week for the next 6 months or whatever. And they opt in for that. And then you just basically, each week you send them a new push notification, you automate it, and you say, this week we're releasing, the mindset course, input this code to get access to it. Then they input that code and they get access to it.
Why wouldn't they automatically get access to the entire bundle with one code?
You could do that too.
Through the way that you spoke about last week, you would,
but I don't feel like that. But see, I don't feel like that will get them regularly engaged. If, let's say, they put one code in and they get all 50 courses unlocked and ready for them to go.
Okay.
The one is, I think they'll be overwhelmed by that. Two is,
I can't give them access through the code at a drip because you don't have the drip yet. So that's what you're saying. If once I give them the access, they get all the access all at once instead of me dripping it.
No, what I'm saying is you do a dripping through push notification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm dripping through push notifications, they need to put in a code each time.
Yes.
As opposed to unlocking everything, but just giving them access on the date that the program is unlocked.
Yeah, that's not, the app is not set up that way.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep, thanks.
You bet. Anne Marie.
Okay, a couple of questions. The journals and the Q&A, are you thinking of that either to incorporate it into a course or just for engagement?
The journals and the Q&A would be engagement.
Okay. And
it would be content that they can count on every day or every week inside your app.
Okay. And, Iman keeps talking about, having our signature course, which is a $2,000 course. I'm just curious what people think about having these smaller courses. If, there's a perception that because it's on an app that it's less expensive, or, it's only like one subject a month, or is it in conflict with that 2,000? I'm just curious.
No, I don't think so. Not at all. Your program is nothing like this. This is just, kind of here's a taste. Here's some low cost, the low hanging fruit. Your umbrella, your big course is going to be for the people that are ready to go dive deep into the world that you are getting them engaged in on a regular basis. The more you get them opening up your app and getting this content and seeing the app, and remember to open the app and seeing the push notifications, once a week or whatever, a couple times a week, then the more familiar they're going to get with you. And then when you finally drop that, here is a deep immersion program into, XYZ, topic, then they'll go, well, I know Anne Marie well enough because I open her app every day. I'm going to check this out. You're building this connection with them, with content.
Okay.
So here's one of the biggest mistakes that marketers and experts make online is they go, well, I'll get a person on my list and then I'm just going to wait and then hit them up with my big thing down the road. without ever nurturing them, without ever giving them value and giving them stuff that makes them feel like, you're not just there to get their big dollars out of their pocket from whatever you have to offer.
So then it would be maybe a good strategy would be to have a membership program or have a monthly course, different price points, and then go to your higher end, maybe?
Yeah. Especially if you do a membership program in which you are involved in some way, like I was suggesting, that once a month coaching support, once a month interview or whatever. Because if your members are getting on that, then when you go to those members and say, hey, members, I just want you to know that this is just one level of the experience that you can have with the teachings that I have. I have this bigger program, and I want to invite you to jump on a call to learn about it. And they'll already be familiar with you, and they already seen you in action and that sort of thing. So again, it's all just a nurturing phase. It's an income generating. You can generate income with a monthly membership, but that's not who you are. The PLR, the membership, the that sort of thing, that's not who you are. You're the bigger stuff that you're building, but you're building this community, you're building this tribe here so that you can introduce those bigger things to them down the road.
And then with the push notification, you would say, if they, with the right tag, you would say, okay, here's a Zoom link for tonight's meditation meeting or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, definitely.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Brian, question?
Comments to supplement with what you've been saying on the tools for motivation. Your membership program gives you free access to the courses which are labeled for personal use only, whereas you have to buy them if you're not one of the members. The first observation. Second observation is
No.
that you can
Oh,
get
maybe,
the membership. You can get the membership for $1,000 for the year if you want to prepay for the whole thing.
Okay.
Those are the observations on tools. On observations on PLR.me. If you can get a membership of some level with them and buying a certain volume of points, you access use of a bunch of great tools that they have available for personalizing.
Yeah.
Not only their content, you can stick anybody else's content into, for example, they've got a article summarizer, which will bring out the key points from an article, which you can then use in your promotion and can get your keywords to be including in titles and things like that from it. They also have a branding program to let you
there's a lot of
all your pages. So
a lot of
buying buy at least a minimal program to get access to lots of tools that they have there.
Yeah.
And if you decide you want to go for more, at least at Black Friday, they have a 2-for-1 sale where you can get double the points for the money. They just finished one last week. So I doubt there'll be another one before Black Friday. But
yeah, you basically, these guys do a lot of support, and so does Tools for Motivation. They do ongoing training. They teach you how to do all that. So both of these companies are great at that. And if you set up the free account with PLR.me, believe me, you're going to get all the notifications of the deals and that sort of thing. So yeah, thank you, Brian, for that. Thank you for mentioning.
Do you know how soon you're likely being up to put, so we can buy your putting it in for us?
It's soon. I'm not going to give a date. I can't.
But within the next couple of months at the most.
Oh, not even that.
Oh, great.
In the next 2 or 3 weeks at the most.
In that case, I'll go by.
We had to basically go. We had to get the new Action Arrow portal done before we did that. Now that's done. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. Denise.
Okay, so I wanted to ask this before one of us forgets. when you started this conversation, you said you had 4 PLR sites that you were interested in introducing to us, and you have not introduced all 4 yet. So just putting that bug in your ear.
Yes. So PLR.me, Tools for Motivation, Content Sparks, and
eKit Hub.
eKit Hub, and that is, here's eKit Hub. Okay. Now this just happens to be one of their promotions. eKit Hub is kind of on the more generic side of things, so they're not as nicely designed. But what they do great at is card decks and posters and images and that sort of thing. So like this is an entire card deck called Turning Negative Thoughts into Positive Action. So this is what the front looks like, and then there's quotes on each one of these. Now, the reason why I like this is because we found a source where you can
Robert,
get
we
these.
can't see whatever it is you're sharing.
Oh, you guys don't have the magic power of seeing through what I'm doing? Okay. Yeah.
Working on that, but not yet.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Get it together, everybody. So this is EKF. These are like their card decks, right? So this is what the front of the card deck looks like, and then they have the quotes. So these guys come out with card decks every single month on all these different topics. Like this card deck is Turning Negative Thoughts into Positive Actions. Now, why I like this is because we have a print-on-demand source where you can actually get these card decks turned into physical card decks. But you can also load these up in your galleries and sell these card decks as digital card decks. Okay, so this is they do a lot of stuff. They do journals and the deals are ridiculous. I think, let's see, what does this include? It includes 8 card decks for $47, right? So they got a really good deal on this sort of thing. So this is the other company. It's called ekithub.com. So if I go to their homepage, you're gonna find a ton of stuff. So this is more in the line of graphically designed, turn into physical products like mugs and t-shirts and card decks and posters and that sort of thing. All here, this is the stuff that you can buy. That's the 4th one. Okay. Mireya.
Hi, Robert. Hi, everyone. Robert, I think what you've been talking about sounds like what I thought I signed up for originally with all that PLR to launch my app. Is it the same like concept that I'm trying to go for, or is it different?
We've taken the pieces from each one of these in order to launch your app. And so that's what your app is made up of, is pieces of on the topics that you chose. So you said, hey, I want this topic, this topic, this topic. And like, great. And we sourced it for you. We either bought the license for you or we had the license to be able to give away to convey to you. And that's what your app is going to be publicly seen as here soon.
Right. So then I can do that, those push notifications to build my base with that.
And then you add on to it. Remember that your app in launch mode it's not loaded up with a ton of content because we just want to get it launched, right? That's the biggest thing. But it's,
and then I follow this process going after it's launched.
Yeah.
Basically.
And however you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Okay. What else do I want to touch upon? I don't even know. Yeah, we're only an hour in. Wow. Feels like we've been going longer. Okay, PLR. We've got tools for motivation, monthly membership. Does anybody have any questions about monthly? Let me ask a question. Just if you want to, go into the chat. How many of you are kind of like drawn to the idea of actually putting together a monthly membership program? Okay. Great. For some of you that are raising your hand right now, tell me, Anne, do you mind if I pick on you for a minute?
Sure, you can pick on me.
I like picking on you. Okay.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since I picked on you? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'll work on that. Okay. So, Anne, I want you guys to think about whether or not you can relate to any of this yourself. Okay. Okay. So, Anne, you want to create a monthly membership, right? What are your thoughts about that right now? What do you think that would look like?
Well, as I'm listening, and I've listened to you before, for me, it would be using the PLR. Because I mean, I have some of my own content, but the PLR at this point just seems sort of an easier way to go. And so the monthly membership, and mine wouldn't be very expensive. I don't know, like $10 a month. And I'm going to kind of follow your lead of sort of dripping out courses, because some of those courses, like I've got some of the higher priced ones that I purchased several months ago. So
like
I need
you
to
got
get
the beautiful,
those.
you got the beautiful authentic self course. You would not want to make that part of your membership. That should be an a la carte sold program. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah. But some
you have the 50. So you have the 50 PLR courses, right?
Yeah.
And you have a lot of other content. So what are you thinking? Tell me now. I'm asking you these very specific questions, Anne, because by you making decisions about what would I charge and what would that consist of is going to get you to getting it done and getting it launched a lot faster. Okay. So I want to support you, and I'm putting you in the hot seat right now because this is going to apply to a lot of other people here too. Okay. So what are you thinking that you want to charge?
Well, I'm thinking $9.97.
Okay, so for $10 a month, what would you give them for $10 a month?
I would give them. Well, I've got so many courses. Well, I don't know, one or two, because that's what I'm kind of struggling with, because I'm going to do what you suggested, and just invite them, give them some free stuff, let them experience my app. And then,
okay, so let me ask you another question. Okay. Why $10 a month?
Because I'm afraid I'm afraid of charging anything more than that. Okay. To be honest.
Now we're getting into it. Now, Anne, I'm going to tell you something about online marketing. More people will buy something at $19.95 a month than they will buy at $9.95 a month.
Oh, okay.
More people will buy at $24.95 a month than they will at $19.95 a month, but they won't buy it. More people will not buy it at $29.95 a month than they will at $19.95 a month or $24.95 a month. Did you follow all of that?
Yeah.
So in other words, if you offer it for $10 because you're afraid they're not going to spend, you're actually going to sell less because people have a perceived value. Well, if Anne is only charging $10 and I get 2 courses, then she really only thinks these courses are worth $5 each. So they're probably crap courses, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, my approach is I'm saying each of these courses are $19.95 each. However, if you sign up for my monthly membership, I'll give you 4 at the price of $19.95 recurring every month. So you're signing up for a subscription. If you sign up for my subscription program, I'm going to give you 4 for the price of 1. Okay. Now everybody's going, well, these courses are worth $20 each, but Robert's giving me a hell of a deal just by me signing up for the subscription. And you can cancel anytime you want. Don't you can cancel it, and they can, right? And that makes it a no-brainer for them. So I think $10 a month is way too cheap.
Okay. So somewhere between $19.95 and $24, and then so you're suggesting 4.
Give them 1 a week.
Feed them out one a week.
Yeah.
Give them
Drip
4
them out.
1 a week.
Drip them out one a week.
Yeah.
And, and because the reason why you drip them out one a week rather than saying, here's all 4 of them, is that now you have 4 times to remind them how awesome their membership is, that they're paying only $19.95 or $24.95 a month. That notification that you're sending out to them is reminding them, 1, oh yeah, there's courses there for me to take. I just not tap here. Oh yeah, I'm getting a great deal, right? Because what's going to happen is that people will sign up. If you give all 4 courses, here are 4 courses for the month of March, right? Then April comes along, their credit cards ding for $19.95 a month. And it's a totally different mindset experience for them to say, oh, I just paid $20 a month and I haven't even been in there in the last 3 weeks. But if you send out a push notification to them once a week, here's the next course. Here's the next course. This is part of your membership. Oh, and by the way, we're feeling really, generous. Here's a bonus that we want to give you, right? And what could that bonus be? Well, it could be any of the hundreds of other PLR stuff that you have. I think you've got multiple 100 video sets from Tools for Motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So you have probably 30 or 40 10 video sets. So you can each month give them here's the Reconnect with Nature. That's one of the video sets, video program, right?
Yeah.
As a bonus. And then they feel like, well, this is pretty damn good. Okay. Any of this, what I'm doing with Ann, helping you guys? Okay, good. So Ann, is there another level that you would want to go up to and add in more value maybe that you bring to the equation?
At this point, probably not.
Okay.
I'm shifting from my whole sort of trust your gut, microbiome thing to soil health, which impacts our physical health.
Yeah.
And there's actually not too much on PLR on that stuff. I don't have time to make my own, but maybe that's what I need to do, because there's not, I was on Tools for Motivation, and, I found that I wasn't getting what I wanted in terms of sort of healthy eating, that kind of thing.
They don't do a lot of health and wellness over there.
They don't. So I stopped my membership, because I had a membership for about a year, and I took advantage of guess what? Free, for those who are thinking about it, free this weekend, or you can get a whole package of something for $10. And so I would sort of grab those. And so they're tucked away in my computer. And so I've got tons of that. So
great. Use that as content in your app.
Yeah.
So that your app users know that if they open up your app every single day, there's something new there. Some of the biggest content-driven apps on the app stores are apps that offer daily content in multiple pieces of content. There's an app out there that I followed for a little while. It's an when I say this, don't take this the wrong way, guys, but it's an adult app. So meaning it's got adult humor and videos, and and it does, it's kind of the stuff that you see on YouTube and kind of weird, funky stuff. And it's just shit that I like to look at and laugh at and that sort of thing. It's almost like, TikTok, but it's not TikTok, right? It's called the Chive, right? And I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the Chive. The Chive is one of the biggest content aggregated meanings that they do some of their own content, but 90% of their content is aggregated off the internet from people. Funny videos and fails and user submitted content and that sort of thing. So, and they have, this is going back 4 years ago. They had 50 million downloads of their app. I think it's probably upwards of 60 or 70 million downloads. Then their company is worth over $100 million now. And the app is what drove that. But the app was the main mechanism that drove the content. But here's the reason why it was so successful is because every single day you could open up that app all throughout the day and you can get a new video, a new image, a whole new image gallery. You can get all these things every single day. There would be about 10, 15 pieces of content in there that would be released throughout the day that you can get. And so that's what made it so successful. So that's what I want to encourage you all to do with your app is give people the experience that if they open up the app every day, there's going to be something new in there for them. Okay.
I mean, that could be some of the quotes and things too, right?
Yeah, quotes, affirmations,
Yeah.
images, tips. The daily tip is a thing in and of itself, right? You can use that as daily content, videos, yeah, all that.
Okay, well, I've got about 400 that I've been doing on my Facebook inspirations every day for the last almost 2 years. So I could feed those out.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Daily content.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Ann, let's bring it full circle.
Okay.
Everybody, I'm bringing it full circle. We just shifted gears and said with daily content. Oh, I've got 80 things. Great. Get your membership figured out. And when you do those daily pieces of content, those 80 tips and whatever other PLR content, the call to action at the bottom of each one of those screens will send people to, hey, are you aware of our monthly membership, right? Or are you aware of our whatever name of your monthly membership is, or or course a week membership or whatever. Tap here for details. They tap there, they go to a landing page and you tell them about it, and then you're going to get some people signing up. And that's money. Get it to the point, how great will it be, everybody? How great will it be where every day you open up your computer and your email and you see a ding from PayPal or Stripe, 1, 2, 5, 10, you're like, I'm making money every day. Or when you wake up in the morning, I just made money while we're sleeping, right? There it is.
I love that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
Yep, you bet. All righty. Brian, was your hand up from before?
No, this is new.
Okay.
The things I'm been thinking on are the tip a day and an affirmation a day. For the bringing them back on a regular basis, and then a monthly membership of a course a week for $50 for a month with group coaching,
Great.
or $100 a month with 15-minute unlimited one-to-one coachings.
Great. So Brian, go ahead. What's your question?
Question before we leave is, what is your source for the card decks? Because I would want to be able to turn these affirmations into physical cards that they would have an up-sale purchase available.
Well, I'll give you the video. I'll give everybody the video link. Let me just do that real quick. Where are we at?
Yeah. Which company did you use?
Yeah, it's in the video training that I did from the last boot camp training. So give me a second. I'll give that to you here. 1K Bootcamp. There it is right there.
So if the video is in the bootcamp training thing,
no, hang on. Here it is.
newsletter.
I found it. I'm a pretty fast guy here. So
I just
I
have
got
difficulty downloading stuff from
yeah.
chats.
Watch this video. This is a previous 2020 bootcamp training call where we talked about how you take PLR content and turn it into physical products. Okay, in that video.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Brian, so here's the thing. That's a great plan. How are you going to implement it? And don't tell me now, but I want you to get this done, right? Get it done. Figure out the plan. map it out in detail and figure out what are the steps that need to be taken and who are going to help you complete those steps. Okay. Because these are all great ideas, but until you implement them and put them into action, all they're doing is they're all just being ideas. So let's put them into, action. Okay.
Yep. Thank
Okay.
you.
And Brian, Emery, go ahead.
Is Brian done? Okay. I'm working with 4 JV partners on this card deck idea. And, one's a professional photographer, another one's doing the art, I'm writing the text. In the galleries, can you separate the galleries so that it's hidden to do the card deck to sell that as a little program?
A gallery can be tagged.
Okay. And then can you pick just a card randomly, or do all the gallery images pop up?
Yeah, they all pop up. We don't have a randomizer yet.
Okay. I'll hold you to it.
Well, I didn't say we were going to do it, so don't hold me to it. I said
it's a request.
It's been on our wish list, and but when enough people are doing that, then we could actually create. Mark has done that before, but it was a custom change. So we'll see if we can integrate it into that platform at some point.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Denise.
Okay, so for those of us who are not in the mindset, motivation, etc. arena, and we're very concrete in our content and what we teach.
Yep.
This is going to be more work, but to get content, what I have done is I have made myself on the list of other people who have similar content. And I have tagged their emails. First of all, I moderate 5 different email addresses, personal, business, etc. So I tag their content as something that could be useful for myself.
Yeah.
It could be other people's blog posts. It could be, if you're on Harrow, help a reporter out. Sometimes in your category, it could be questions that spark something. You could quickly get a blog post somewhere and just, repurpose it for yourself. So just wanted to throw that out there. It's more work than just buying.
Yeah,
PLR.
because you have to get permission.
Right. It's more work than getting to just grabbing PLR from somewhere and paying for it. But you may be able to grab some content that way.
It's absolutely more targeted and all that sort of thing.
Correct.
Yeah, totally. Good. Okay. Megan, you had your hand up. Did you not have a question anymore?
It was really about the card. Like when you're talking about getting, that kind of daily or often visit. I'm thinking of like 2 that I visit a lot. I just found an app that's the I Ching, and you put in your question. It's really well done. You put in your question and then you tap on it 6 times for each of the lines. And then it gives you, so it's kind of like, it's a more sophisticated thing than just getting an Oracle card. And it's amazing how, I don't want to say addictive because I don't feel like it's an addiction, but how inviting it is
to open it on a regular basis.
Open it up and go and I have another question. So I realized we don't have that random thing, but the other one is one where you pick a card. It says pick a card, and then it does that random thing. So I'm just wondering how to best elicit that response.
Here's what you can do. You can use the tips and posts section and create a post for each card. Now, the only difference between the tips and posts section is that if you put a card in there, it's a smaller image.
You mean in which one? In the tips and posts?
In the tips and posts, yeah. So it'd be a smaller image. It wouldn't be full screen like the galleries is. So what you'd want to do is you want to take the text that's on that card and put it in the text of the post. Okay. And then you can actually click, then you can put in the call to action, click here to see full screen of the image, and you just put the image up on your website or on Amazon or something like that. And then they click on that and then it can go full screen. But forget the mechanics of that. I just want to give you the general concept here. So you take a card deck and I know people that do this really effectively via email. So rather than someone clicking on something and it randomizes and says, here's your card for the day, they just say, this is what we want you to know today. This is the message of the day, right? And a lot of people go, oh my God, that's the perfect message for me today, right?
Right.
I'm having a really shitty day and now this made me feel better, right? So what you do is you take these cards and then you load them up each as individual tips and posts, and each post you give it a specific release date. So card number 1 would be this date. Card number 15 would be, hold on one second. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. It's okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, Jesus, this is crazy. Card number 15 would be this, this date. And the way it works is that you then set up an automated push notification that sends out a notification each day that says, tap here for today's message. And each time you set that date, so if I set it for May 15th, every time I put that in as featured. I activate it as featured. And then I go May 16th featured, May 17th featured, May 18th featured. Okay. What happens is that when they tap on that notification, it goes to the featured tip that is scheduled for that day. So it's not randomized because they push the button and randomize it. It's randomized in that they get a new post every day that's featured. Would you guys like me to show you what I mean by that?
Yeah, I think that's excellent. I like that.
Okay, so inside of the portal, let's take a look at your list. You go to content, tips and posts, and you go to add tip. Okay, so you give it a title. So title. And the description would be the text in that card. You type out all the text in that card. Oh, and by the way, could you also add in your own little thoughts, Megan's thoughts, right? Yes, you could. You could say, well, and here's my thoughts, or you can expand upon that text in there so they feel like they're getting value. Then you upload.
In the text under the tip image.
The description, yes.
So where the box says description, that's what you're putting that. Mm-hmm.
That goes below the image. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you upload the image. And then you come down here and you choose the release date. So I want this card to show up on May 20th. And then if you want to, you can put the call to action in here. The call to action could be, hey, would you like to get, more, tips of the day, or would you like to get specific tips of the day? You could charge a fee for that. Or would you like to check out our membership, or click here to see a full screen picture of this image, click for entire image. So whatever, you could use the call to action in different ways. Then you click featured. And then you click active. And if you want it to only be for, they would have to be a tag. The reason why there would have to be a tag is because in order to get them onto the automated push notification, they have to opt into a specific tag. Okay, so you choose that tag. So I'd choose dogs, right? And then you hit submit. Now, this content is not going to be seen by anyone because it's not released yet. It's not being released until tomorrow. And when it is released and the push notification goes out, because I have selected as featured, it'll look in the list of all the tips and it'll say which one of these tips are featured. And then it'll say which one is featured today. And that's the one it's going to be linked to that push notification. Okay, so PLR content, card decks, you could do that. You could easily go nuts with the tip of the day type thing. Okay.
Where is the URL? It said, where do we get that URL from? From our Google Drive where we put the card?
Which URL are you speaking of?
Okay, where it said under description, and then you have your tag, and then it says image URL.
Oh,
right
you
there.
don't do that. You go to upload the image.
Okay, okay,
That's only if you want to link to an image, but Action Error allows you to upload the image. So just upload the image.
okay, thanks.
Madeline.
Hi, I just wanted to add on or maybe get some clarity around my question earlier with releasing. Could I use this function to release a course every week? 50 courses over the course of a year, for example? Could I use the release date function once they log in for the first time?
Unfortunately not, because the courses are organized under topics.
Okay.
And you can't, the topics don't have a release date to them. The individual pieces of content, videos, articles, journals, lessons, tips, and that sort of thing, you can have release dates on them, but not entire courses or topics.
So on only one URL, whether that's an image, an article, or a
Yeah.
video, one URL, okay.
Yeah.
The second part of that, which it doesn't look like it's available now, but might be something that you're working on, if you want to release sequentially. So if you want everybody to start on day one, as opposed to the date that they click on that. So everybody, when the first time they click, the very first thing they get is the first tip. And then there's a second tip and a third. So you can do a sequence of 10 tips that,
Yeah.
are
Those that would be associated with a particular tag. So you would say, this is the new tag for this 10-day period of time. And then everybody signs up and they'll get the same tip or post on the same day.
okay, but let's say we have 365 tips that we want to do, but we want them to be sequential. So
Yeah.
I sign up today, I get day one. You sign up tomorrow, you get day one.
Oh,
As opposed to
that's not
tomorrow's the
available yet.
20th, and I might be on day 17 and you might be on day one. So
Yeah, that's not available.
essentially-
That's not available yet. That's what we were talking about earlier today. That is the drip of specific content. The only place that the app does dripping is in the course module. Yeah, the course module. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, could you create a course that has a tip as a lesson? So you could say this is lesson one. Yes, you could use the course module to do what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I could wait until you release that and then I'll just do it then.
Yeah, or you could try it this other way, because I think it actually worked really well with the courses too.
Mhm. That can also be jimmied through tags. So if somebody comes in and they get like that tag and then you just have the series of the 10 and then they go to the next one. But
yeah.
It's a little bit more complicated right now, but yeah. Okay, thank you.
You bet. Mireya.
I think Madeline was reading my mind because I think that's the same question I had. Because if somebody starts yesterday and one person a week from now, they're not going to be on the same timeline, obviously. So you're a new person who just downloaded my app. You're just going to start here where we're at. It doesn't matter what they did before. It's just kind of going forward.
Unless you
do it in a course, as a course process.
And drip it out. Yes. Now, it previously, before Action Error 8.0 was released, I would have said the course module is way you need a lot more content in order to do that with the course module. But because we redesigned the entire course module to where you can build out a lesson with any piece of content that you want in it, and you're not forced to do particular types of content, you could absolutely do this with the course module and drip it out.
Okay. Okay, because I'm just thinking about how Iman trains us for his courses, and if there's people that need a certain foundation of information before they can be moved on to, or invited to the next thing, that's how I was thinking initially of doing the PLR content to start.
Yeah.
So it could be done, but in a course process.
Yep.
And then any new person that signs up, I just run them through that course process, and then second sequence and third sequence.
So let's take the course module and let's talk about the 50 PLR courses for a second. We built them to where they're not set up in the course module, but they're set up as topics.
Right.
However, you could do, if you did that monthly membership, you can use the course module and create 4 modules inside, and then under the module you can
one
have
a week, right?
Yeah, so 1 a week, and under the module you would have that course. Meditation for busy people would be week 1. Week 1 meditation for busy people. They click on that, they get all 10 lessons. And if they're in week 1 and they want to go and they want to jump ahead to week 2, they can't do that. But they'll see that this month, you know what? This actually would work really awesome. I really need to build this out to show this to you guys.
Because that's what I want to do, and I don't know if that's what Madeline wants to do, but that's how I intended to do.
Madeline wants to do dripping, and that is the way to do it. So, okay, yeah, I need to build that out. I think this would actually work really well with the course module. So the monthly membership would be each month you would have a new course called March courses, and then the next course would be April courses. The next month, next course would be May courses, and here's what's great about that is if they cancel, they won't get access to the next month's courses, right? But they go in there, and each month
could we do them in levels, like steps or levels or month? You're suggesting month because.
Well, I'm suggesting months because it's a monthly membership, right? So if they paid me $20, I'm gonna tell them these are the 4 courses that you get, and this first one is released this week. This next one is released the next week. This next one is released the next week. They can see the courses that are coming, but they actually can't see the content until I've drifted out to them. So basically, in the way the drip works is that once they get access to that month, the first course is a drip of 0. That's the mechanism. You say they get, or a drip of 1 or 0. I think it's either 1 or 0. That means they get access to it right away, right? Okay. The second course would have all the lessons set for a drip of 7 or 8, whatever that works out to be, a week later. The third course would have the drip of 14. The fourth one would have a drip of 21. That means that it automatically drips out the content to them without you having to send them a code, without them inputting a code. Automatically drips it out to them from the time that they signed up.
Oh, okay. And then any new person, we can just put them through that same process? Because March is
it's
already...
automatic. It's all automatic.
Oh, okay. That's what I think I'm gonna need help with when my app launches then. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, Branislaw, I'm gonna take your question. I have a dog who is shivering and not doing well right now. So I'm gonna take Branislav's question, and I want to wrap up this call because I need to put some attention on her. So I hope the call has been valuable for you guys. And I hope that you guys take this and run with it. Yeah. So, Branislav, go ahead.
If that could help, I have a trouble with my Leo, so kids, but
Yeah.
I can understand. If you don't have time for me, no.
No. Go
Yeah.
ahead. No.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I have question regarding building up. What actually didn't understand what I cannot change once I build that name, obviously.
Well, you can change anything. It just requires an update through the app stores. But
Okay.
the color, the logo, the name, the home screen buttons, those are all static.
Okay. And first one, where I can find yesterday replayed, I can finish my app finally.
The video from yesterday,
Yeah.
the jump start that we did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give that to you right here.
And
Here, I'll put it. I'll put the link in the chat.
Thank you, Robert, and pay attention to Doggy. Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate any prayers or energy or thoughts or anything you can send our way.
I will talk with my Leo to do some prayer, Doggy.
Thank you.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, cool. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. I'm actually heading back to San Diego. I got the drive ahead of me. And we'll see you next week on Thursday. And let me know if anything comes up. The team is here to support you, and